To do the honors, I request the Secretary RNAR to escort Sir. I request N. Praneshwari, Secretary RNAR, to present the bouquet to Sir. Next, I request our today's guest of honor, Y. Arun Kumar, Assistant MS RIMS, to grace us with your presence on the stage. Our next guest of honor, Sir Trinity Mete, Assistant MS, RIMS Hospital in Far, to kindly grace us with your presence on the stage. I request the RNAR member to come and present a bouquet to Sir. Next, I request our next guest of honor, Srimati H. Ganga Devi, Nursing Superintendent in Charge, RIMS Hospital. Ma'am, I request you to kindly grace us with your presence on the stage. Our next guest of honor, Sir K. Kipgen, Consultant Establishment RIMS in Far. Sir, kindly grace us with your presence on the stage. I request RNAR Executive K. Romila to come and present Sir with a bouquet.
Finally, I would like to call upon our Chief Nursing Officer, Srimati Samurelapam Lata Devi, who has got the ability, influence, and motivate nursing staff and other healthcare workers to work together to achieve the highest potential and collective organizational goals. She is knowledgeable, curious, effective, communicator, optimistic, and compassionate. Let us all warmly welcome our respected Madam Srimati S.S. Lata Devi on stage to lighten up today's function. And I request our Vice President RNL N. Dhanapati Devi to present the bouquet to our respected Madam. Thank you one and all present over here. Now we had welcome address from Paimi Jojo Staff Nurse RIMS.
Good morning and a warm welcome. I am Paimi Jojo and I'm extremely honored to have this opportunity to address you in this prestigious moment. Thank you for gracing this occasion. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Yes, it's a belief endorsed by our director, Professor A. Santa Singh, chief guest of today's program. He has always been our source of inspiration and motivation. It is my privilege to welcome you, sir. The essence of great leadership is being influence and not authority. With this note, I would like to welcome our respected ma'am, Srimati S.H. Lata Devi, Chief Nursing Officer in charge, the president of today's program. We celebrate your leadership and you keep on influencing us. We welcome you, ma'am. He who puts his soul and heart in uplifting others and attain dignity. Yes, I welcome our guest of honor, Mr. K. Dongal, Deputy Director Administration, RIMS. We welcome you, sir. With great honor, I would like to welcome Dr. Y. Arun Kumar Singh, Assistant Medical Superintendent, RIMS. It is under his guidance and stewardship that the program is being organized. Thank you, sir, for gracing this function. The one who acts as a pillar of support and strength with a clear vision and passion entwined with novelty in all activities in our institution. I welcome Dr. L. Trinity Meitei, Assistant Medical Superintendent, RIMS. We welcome you, sir. I'm delighted to offer a hearty welcome to Srimati H. Ganga Devi, Nursing Superintendent in charge, RIMS, who nurtures, the one who is kind and has been with us the entire journey. We welcome you, ma'am. I am also delighted to offer a hearty welcome to the consultant of RIMS, Mr. K. Kipgen, who is supporting all the challenging ventures taken by our institution. A cordial welcome to you, sir. Lastly, but not the least, I would like to welcome all the superheroes of the day, that is to all the nurses and male nurses, sitting prettily all in white. Welcome, thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Paimi Jojo. We say welcome to one and all present over here on behalf of the RNN member. Now, every day to begin, we light up our mind to continue and go on. So to make our function bright and shine, I would like to request our today's chief guest, our director, Professor A. Santa Singh, to light up today's ceremony candle. So I request Bimola and Pranishori to escort our director. Meanwhile, I also request our Madam Lata, Sir Trinity, Sir Arun Kumar to light up the candle. After lighting up the candle, I request one and all to pay floral tribute to our Florence Nightingale. Sabasida timbiriba khwai khunamakpu lei katpagidamak mathang mathang kaukhatsari. Florence Nightingale, born in 1820, known as Lady with a Lamp, a British nurse, social reformer, and statistician, best known as the founder of modern nursing. Her experience as a nurse during the Crimean War were foundational in her life. To nurse the wounded soldiers, Florence Nightingale is remembered for making changes to nursing and showing people that nursing profession and showing people to the nursing is a very important job. you, everyone. A function always remains void with an opening song. So to make complete, I request our RNN members to present opening song of today's function. So I request each and everyone who participate in opening song, please be on stage.
대학이 들어가. 대학이 들어가. 굳이 근데 우리는 라면 먹을래. 나래가. 아 근데 그거는 이기네. 왜?
Thank you to all the RNA members for the melodious song, really touch our heart, Manipur, Manipur. The International Nurses Day, May 12, 2022 theme, A Voice to Lead, Invest in Nursing, and Respect Rights to Secure Global Health. To give keynote address, I would like to call upon Ellie Kathleen, Staff Nurses RIM, to present a keynote address.
A very good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to wish you all a very happy International Nurses Day 2022. With the permission of our chief guest, Professor A. Santa Singh, Director RIMS, President Srimati S.H. Lata Devi, Chief Nursing Officer RIMS, Guest of Honor, Mr. K. Dongal, Deputy Director Administration, Dr. Y. Arun, I would like to briefly share on today's theme of International Nurses Day 2022. Every year, we observe May 12th as International Nurses Day, along with the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. International Nurses Day is observed to honor nurses every year on May 12th. Nurses are essential caretakers for a prosperous. During this pandemic, nurses' responsibility, contribution has proved to inspire the dedication and hard work towards nursing. The celebration of International Nurses Day started in 1965 by the International Council of Nurses ICN. This day is the birth anniversary of the famous Florence Nightingale. She was an English nurse, social reformer, and a statistician. During the Crimean War, she gained fame while serving as a manager, trainer of nurses, being the pillar of modern nursing. This day was initially proposed by Dorothy Sutherland, an official with USA Department of Health, Education and Welfare, but it was not approved. Finally, after 20 years, May 12th was chosen as the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. Since then, the International Council of Nurses, ICN, has been producing and distributing resources and evidences on International Nurses Day. The theme of International Nurses Day 2022 is Nurses, a Voice to Lead, Invest in Nursing and Respect Rights to Secure Global Health. It focuses on the need to invest in nursing and respect the rights of nurses in order to build a resilient, high-quality health systems to meet the needs of individuals and communities now and into the future. This pandemic has shown us too clearly that we need a real investment in the profession of nursing in order to secure global health. Nurses' rights, safety, and well-being must be protected as well. Nurses have always played a crucial role in recovery, well-being for people across the globe, but they hardly receive any respect that they deserve. So this day is dedicated to them, the respect they deserve. A building without a foundation is equal to a society without a nurse. Nurses deal with patients on an individual basis and get a special insight into their specific needs. They serve as a link between doctors and nurses, doctors and patients. During the COVID-19 pandemic, nurses across the world worked tirelessly to prevent deaths, much like Nightingale. According to WHO, there will be worldwide shortage of 4.6 million nurses by 2030 unless greater investment in nursing is made now. Governments across the region must invest in strengthening the nursing workforce as an essential part of preparedness for health challenges such as emerging infectious diseases. Investment in quality training and ensuring adequate pay and decent working conditions will improve the health outcomes. Investment in nursing needs to be strategized across all aspects of our profession. For instance, increasing the allocation of nursing schools is required to prepare the next cadre of frontline advocates. More than ever before, COVID-19 has realized the visibility of nurses contributing to the global public. They are the first responders, researchers, intensive care experts, ethic experts, healthcare coordinators, managers, and mobilizers of resources. Despite working through challenging circumstances, nursing staff around the world continue to go above and beyond to deliver highly skilled, safety, critical care to patients every single day. This pandemic situation has a greater significance of International Nurses Day than ever. Nurses are continuously providing services to the patients, being the backbone of the healthcare system in the hospitals. Their diversified role is to carry out several tasks at the workplace. Finally, I would like to end this with a phrase, nurse just another word to describe a person strong enough to tolerate anything and soft enough to understand anyone. Thank you once again, and I wish you all a very happy International Nurses Day 2022.
Thank you, Ali Kathleen, for the beautiful lines regarding describing about the nurses. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest accomplishment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. We are nurses. We feel proud of it. We became a part of the healthcare team. Respect and regard nurses. It's not easy being a nurse. Means to hold all your tears and start drawing smiles on people's face, hiding all our personal pains aside. Respect and regard nurse. Now, we all aware of our founder of nursing, and to go a brief of it, I would like to call upon R.K. Anamika, Staff Nurse RIMS, for a brief history of Florence Nightingale.
Kurumzari. Good morning to everyone, and first of all, a very happy Nurses Day. With the permission of today's chief guest, Professor A. Santa Singh, Director, RIMS, President Srimati H. Lata Devi, Chief Nursing Officer, RIMS, Guest of Honor, Mr. K. Dongle, Deputy Director, Administration to RIMS, Dr. Y. Arun Kumar Singh, Assistant MS, RIMS, Dr. L. Trinity Mitai, Assistant MS, RIMS, Mr. K. Kipjant, Consultant Establishment, RIMS, all the respected invitees and audience who have gathered in the hall, I feel privileged to stand in front of you all on this auspicious day of International Nurses Day. Nursing is an integral part of the healthcare system, promoting health, preventing illness, taking care of physical, mental illness, and disabled people of all ages. And I, myself, feel proud that I am in this noble profession. In olden days, nursing was looked down and viewed as a lonely menial labor by the upper class society. After the prominence of Florence Nightingale, founder of modern nursing, the aspect of viewing nurses was changed and looked upon as a noble profession. So, to commemorate her birthday, nurses all over the world celebrate this day, that is 12th May, as International Nurses Day. And this is her 202 years birthday. I, on behalf of RIMS Nurses Association, presenting you all a brief life history of Florence Nightingale, mother of modern nursing. Florence Nightingale was born on May 12, 1820, in Florence, Italy, in an upper-class, successful Victorian family. Though she hailed from an affluent British family, Florence herself was awkward and avoided being the center of attention in social circles. She received her early years of education from her governess and her father, who introduced classical and extensive education for better quality and greater depth of education. She was an English social reformer, statistician, and founder of modern nursing. From a very young age, Florence Nightingale was active in philanthropy, helping the ill and the poor people. By the time she was 16 years old,
It was clear to her that nursing was her calling and believed it to be her divine purpose in life. When she approached her parents, they were not very pleased and forbade her to pursue nursing as it was viewed to be a lowly profession and frowned upon by the upper social classes. She even refused Mary's proposals to pursue her calling. Despite her parents' objections, in 1844, Nightingale herself enrolled as a nursing student at the Lutheran Hospital of Pastor Fleitner in Kescherwood, Germany. There she learned basic nursing skills, the importance of patient observation, and the value of good hospital organization. She returned to London and took a nursing job in a Middlesex hospital and later became superintendent just within a year of being hired. She greatly improved the hygienic practices and sanitization of the hospital. In October 1853, the Crimean War broke out. She was put in charge of the nursing British and Allied soldiers. When they arrived in Crimea, she was horrified in seeing the horrid conditions of the hospital. She quickly set to work in cleaning and sanitizing the hospital to provide a clean environment for the wounded and the sick patients. Nightingale herself spent every waking minute caring for the soldiers, spending many hours in the wards and her night rounds carrying a lamp. Giving personal care to the wounded established her image as the lady with the lamp, and others simply call her as the Angel of Crimea. Her efforts to formalize nursing education led her to establish the first scientifically based nursing school, the Nightingale School of Nursing, at St. Thomas Hospital in London in 1860. She was also instrumental in setting up training for midwives and nurses. She was the first woman awarded Order of Merit in 1907. International Nurses Day, observed annually on 12th May, commemorates her birth and celebrates the importance of nurses in healthcare sector. Thanks to Nightingale, nursing was no longer regarded as a lowly profession. Instead, nurses became an indispensable part of a hospital. In August 13, 1910, Nightingale, at the age of 90 years, died at 2 p.m. at her home in London. When alive, she wanted her funeral to be quiet and modest, despite the public's desire to honor Nightingale, who devoted her life for the poor and suffering. Respecting her last wishes, the lady with a lamp was laid to rest in Hampshire, England. Thank you.
Thank you, R.K. and Amika. We own our nursing profession in a properly manner. We maintain it a noble profession and the greatest service to humanity, focusing on the care of every individual patient so that we maintain and recover their health and quality of life. Now, I would like to call our RNA member to present a dedication song to Florence Nightingale.
Thank you, RNAR members, for the melodious voice. We shall now move on to the next item, that is speech from guests of honors. That will be a slideshow by Rubina Saha. Rubina, please get ready with your slides. Ladies and gentlemen, this extraordinary personality does not need any introduction. A noble man with a character of great height. We are extremely fortunate to have with us a versatile personality. It gives me an immense pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Sir K. Dolner, Deputy Director, Administration RIMS. Sir, you are kindly requested to come forward and share your thoughts.
First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Professor A. Santa, President Srimati Lapri, and other speakers. It gives me immense pleasure for RNA for inviting me to this and this.
So I am not a good orator, as well as I have much to encourage you.
But during my short stint in this RIMS as Deputy Director, so I have noticed few beautiful personality among the nursing staff. Due to despite all odds, despite shortage of manpower, with all your dedication and hard work, I would like to thank all the nursing staff for containing this pandemic in cooperation with the doctor fraternity as well as with the administration. So during my short stint, I have seen the work you have performed from the bottom of your heart. Yes, we would not be able to contain the pandemic, and I request you to keep it up, and that let us unite to make RIMS shine for bright futures. Saying these few words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your simplicity and willingness to help out the needy. He is lovingly known as, not for everyone but for some, Dr. Will Smith of RIMS, for his looks and persona, a young and dynamic doctor, Dr. Roy Arun Kumar Singh. Sir, I now invite you to come and share your thoughts.
Thank you, sister. Good morning, everybody. Respected Director Sir, is A. Santos, President, Chief Nursing Officer, and our guest of honor, Deputy Director Sir, Dr. M. Trinity, Nursing Superintendent, is Ganga Devi, Consultant Establishment, Mr. K. Kipchen. Wishing you all a very happy International Nursing Day. I won't take much time. I just want to be very thankful to the RIMS Nursing Association for giving me the opportunity to celebrate this International Nursing Day with you all. Thank you very much, sisters. Actually, May 12 is observed as the International Nursing Day across the world to honor the services of nursing, of the nurses. It is, as you Ada also has mentioned, it is the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the English social reformer who is the founder of the modern nursing. And the theme for the International Nurses Day 2022 is a voice to lead, investing in nursing and respect right to secure global health. This is focusing in the need to protect, support and invest in the nursing profession so as to strengthen the health delivery system around the world. In short, it means we should invest in nursing and respecting the rights of every nurses, and for this is for the upliftment and for better healthcare delivery across the globe. And I am very fortunate enough to work with all the sisters fraternities around the names during the COVID pandemic, from the juniors to the seniors, be in the green zone, red zone, ICU. They all work very hard. They all work tremendously hard and to try to save each and every patient's COVID patients. They have got the burdens of harassments from every patient party. They have to wear inside, to wear PPE, go inside, stay there for a long time, caring and nursing is in every COVID and suffering patients. They really work hard during the pandemic. It's really worth appreciation to all the nurses of the RIMS. And I won't take much time. Lastly, as per our theme of this Nurses, International Nurses Day, I need to highlight that we need to invest in nursing to build a resilient, highly qualified nursing workforce so as to have a better healthcare delivery system around the world, around the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your kind serve, and the RIMS Nurses Association IMPHAL wants to thank you for your fatherly and brotherly love to care for us, especially during the time of COVID. There is a saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But if the doctor is cute, forget the fruit. May I now invite the very handsome, young and dynamic Dr. L. Trinity Mete, Assistant MS, RIMS IMPHAL, to come and express your thoughts.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Director, Professor S. Santasi, who is the chief guest of today's function, Srimati Samuela Devi, Chief Nursing Officer, Sir K. Dangal, Deputy Director Administration, my friend Y. Arun Kumar, and Nursing Superintendent S. Ganga Devi, and Consultant Establishment K. Kitken, Principal Dental College, Savadi, Professor Sam Sundar, Head of Department of Pediatrics, Vice Friend Ibohol, invitees, all the nursing staff of RIMS. Thank you for inviting me for being a part of this function. I'm indeed very happy and delighted to be here also as we are healthcare within 7 things
like doctors, staff nurses and other professionals. You people, sisters, staff nurses are the backbone RIMS as such is a big family.
Whole family, where we stay as family members. And it's quite natural for the family members to quarrel, to argue, but in the end, it's for the upliftment, for the betterment of all of us. Among the staff nurses also, we have seen staff with extraordinary skills from whom we have learned in maybe labor room, ICU, and other workplaces. And in today's celebration, we all remember Florence Nightingale. I not mention about Florence Nightingale because everyone knows, and all of you know, who is Florence Nightingale. She was the one who started this modern nursing and who has set certain standards which we are following and which we are trying to follow also. Your importance
has been seen during the wars, during the pandemic, and the recent example is the COVID pandemic, where we have seen how much you have worked and how much sacrifice you have done. Described, a nurse is a person strong enough to tolerate everything and soft enough to understand. I, as a part of family of RIMS, appreciate all your dedication and work, and I once again appreciate you for your dedication towards your job, which is really marvelous and praiseworthy. Last to say, Happy Nurses Day to all the nurses of RIMS, and thank you for inviting me in this International Nurses Day. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your kindness. Behind every great doctor, there is even a better nurse. May I now have the honor to request our today's guest of honor, Srimati Hayes Ganga Devi, Nursing Superintendent in Charge, RIMS Hospital.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ngasigi sahi chani ga ani suba International Nurses Day sigi palan thoram masida dais selection biriba ikai khumna bidamatik charba Chief Guest Professor S. Hanta Singh, Director RIMS, President Srimati S. Lata Devi, Chief Nursing Officer RIMS, Guests of Honor, Mr. K. Dongal, Deputy Director Administration, RIMS, Dr. Y. Arun Kumar Singh, Assistant Medical Superintendent, RIMS, Amadi, Mr. K. Kipgen, Consultant Establishment, RIMS, Punamaki Mafanda, Nungupa Amati, Tagatpa Puntoktari. I think 20 da Italigi city da Florence Cyberlamdam da Florence Lady of the Lamb Hana Kanaba Kanarabi Florence Nightingale gi Pidam Ningai Werabi Asigi Punsigi Wari Aikogi Inaunupi Arke Anamikana Marik Jumna Patok Pikre Masa Aina Twin Haninga Lejadre duty duty the Leminary Bakoi Punamba sincerely with punctual, helping hand to the colleagues with discipline galoinana, Kupunamak service of Minasi, nursing service Hibus the Equina, Katopa Magaloinana, duty, Hazana Tominasi, Handaki COVID-19 pandemic tasu, Asukimatic Mayampunama Wamin Nakre, Aduga Masi, so Hanbalitanakoi, Konagini. Last but not least, on behalf of the Nursing Association, Aina Rimski Professor A. Santa Singbu Ngakhiletana Tagachari Maramdi RIMS Hospital ki General OPT Mamang Amadi Gaini OPT ki Nakanda Roof cover free holo Sabiduna hall Sabiduna public amasung patient party Singbu askumatik yam the comfortable way over Mumunda Tambi Bagidama. We are fully proud of him. Aduga Ngasigi Pangsan Nasibu fully successful and Bibagi Dama Mayam Puna Maksu Tagasali Tungi Generation Dasu 12 May Habache Nurses Day Habase Malem the Nganduna Horosanu. I must say Hajaraga Losanjaragi. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your expertise and leadership was clearly manifested during the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the shortage of staff, you toiled day and night to make sure things happen for the good of the sick. We appreciate your dedication. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live telecast on TOMTV and YouTube channels. It is a great pleasure to introduce such a noted personality as our guest of honor today. So on behalf of one and all present here, let me please extend my welcome to Sir K. Kipgen, Consultant Establishment, RIMS IMPHAL. Sir, please come forward and share your thoughts.
Respected Chief Guest, Director RIMS, Guest of Honors, distinguished guests, nursing staff, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. It is a wonderful privilege and honor for me to join you here today as part of this very important day, International Nurses Day. The day is yearly celebrated on 12th of May, which is the birthday of a person considered to be the founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale. Being a nurse is a very special calling. It is a call from God.
Today we are paying tribute to and saluting the dedicated nurses who have been making a real contribution and dedication to the health system in our country and the world, even during the time of COVID-19 pandemic. In closing, I would like to thank you all and to say that you all are the core health services, and I am grateful to you for the work you are doing. Thank you all. I salute you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, seeing is believing. Shortly, we'll be seeing the great work and wonders of our today's chief guest, Professor Santa, Director RIMS, an amazing human being. His untiring work to bring in world-class equipments, upgradation of many blocks, and inspiration for all of us. I now invite Ms. Rubina Saha to come forward and give us the glimpse of the amazing works by slideshow.
A very warm good afternoon to one and all gathering here today. Happy Nurses Day. I am Rubina Saha, staff nurse, RIMS Hospital. I am here to present you all a brief overview of how the RIMS Hospital has evolved with time. It is pleasantly surprising to see that this institute has developed into something that we, the family of RIMS, should be proud of. The cleanliness level, the infrastructure, the systematic way of handling patients, and all-round development of this institute under the dedicated leadership of Director Professor Dr. A. Santa Singh, has trespassed beyond no one can imagine in no time. The long-term vision of and sincere effort of our director has made the dream of becoming this institute as one of the leading institutes not only in the Northeast region but also in the entire country a reality. Now I am going to present some of the slides which will depict the journey of RIMS after Professor Dr. A. Santa Singh has become the director of RIMS. Now I would like to show a short video clip. Now, let's have a glance on how the condition of RIMS before 2017. This was the condition of OT room, where you can see the destroyed roof, blackened walls, dripping of water, and no proper ventilation. This is the view of uncompleted residential quarter, undergraduate ladies hostel, general OPD. See how the patients were rushing to the OPD counter and struggling to get a ticket. There was no queue management, sitting arrangement outside OPD counter, and those patients came for treatment were sitting under the sunlight for long hours. This was the pathetic condition in the casualty where patients didn't get bed accommodation and lying down on the dirty floor. It was disheartening to see. This is the slide we saw where there is light rainfall. All the roads of Ring campus have been overflowed with water due to failure drainage system. Uncompleted special ward. Earlier, this was the way the trial system of casualty was managed on the open ground in front of the main OPD. Now, I would like to present the present condition of RIMS. See, I don't need to say anything. The picture itself says a lot. So we have a new counter and we have constructed the roof.
And we have also arranged the sitting arrangement, a new counter block, and queue management. Also, we have digital online booking token system have been channelized. And new OT have been constructed in casualty ward, and a drastic changes has been made in casualty. The number of bed accommodation has been increased. It was inaugurated in 2018. See, this is the paying word that one can feel you are now in hotel. This is how the way that we maintain the word. You can see the cleanliness of the word here. We also have premier room that one can stay peacefully, comfortably, and privately. We also inaugurated ladies hostel capacity of 80 by Her Excellency Honorable Governor of Manipur, Nasma Heptullah, on 2018. Now let's see some of the achievement awards and certificate. Now, RIMS has emerged amongst the top 50 best medical institute in India, which was a long due dream for all of us. Marak sida ina tasingna haijaning badi masigi achievement asi akoi RIMS khattagi natana Manipur praja mayamgi yamda chawthok siningai ni haina haijaningi masigi damakta timbirba mayam dabu aina director gi damak ahoba khuba amatang gijari. RIMS in top 50 best medical institute in India for the consecutive 3 years. RIMS ranked 28 as the best medical institute in the country. Again, in the year 2020, RIMS was the only Northeast institute in the list of top 40 medical institute in India. This is according to National Institutional Ranking Framework. This is the certificate given to our hospital. Also, this was the certificate given to our hospital in the field of our excellence service regarding sanitation, hygiene, water management, waste management, energy management, and greenery management by MG and CRE, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Our director has also nominated as one of the best teachers for his diligent work and devotion on the occasion of Teachers' Day, September 5, 2021 by Foxeye. Now, let us come to witness some of the remarkable inauguration that happened during short tenure of our director, sir. I would like to play a short video clip here. We also inaugurated Level 1 Trauma Center by Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Sri Nongthomban Biren Singh, on 2020. We also inaugurated a dialysis unit by Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Leksemba Sanajawa. We also have now new ramp and lift for the OPD, as well as for the students. Dr. Lorhos Pose, Honorable Member of Parliament Lok Sabha, inaugurated renovated OPD and daycare ward of Department of Radiology Oncology on 2021. Saikom Mirabai Chanu, the Tokyo Olympic silver medalist, also inaugurated one of the important medical equipment set in sport medicine, arthroscopic medicine set, and also Miss Susila Chanu Pukrambam, the woman hockey player, also inaugurated the treadmill test and Hotler system for cardiology department. We have also inaugurated the incineration plant. Besides, to mark all of this achievement, award and certificate and inauguration, please a big round of applause for our beloved director, sir. Besides this, our director, sir, has also successfully procured various world-class sophisticated equipments for different departments to ensure rendering but possible medical care for the people of Manipur in need. We have new MRI block where 3 Tesla MRI machines have been installed. We also have a neurosurgery operation theater. In anesthesiology department, we have nasal oxygen therapy unit, Hamilton ventilator, workstation. For otolaryngology department, we have operating microscope machine. For medicine department, we have HD endoscopy, endoscopic ultrasound, echocardiogram cum ultrasound. In pediatric unit, we have renovated the corridor and walls of the pediatric ward. New floor and wall tiling in the pediatric one have been done. This is the picture of a neonatal unit that was reserved for the COVID positive neonate. How fully furnished it is. We also have pediatric defibrillator, pediatric radiant warmer, pediatric phototherapy machines, pediatric CPAP machines. We have ventilator with centralized oxygen pipeline in neonatal intensive care unit. We have ABZ analysis machine. We also have X-ray machine, and we also have pediatric ECG machine. For dermatology department, we have newly installed laser machine. For pathology department, we have multi-beam microscope, D-dimer testing machine, automated histochemistry machine, hematology analyzer machine, LED fluorescent microscope, histopathology laboratory. For surgery department, we have endoscopic 3D ultrasonic machine. We have new dissection hall for the anatomy department. We have HD camera. For the transfusion machine, we have inaugurated NAT lab. For ophthalmology, we have auto-refractory machine. For obs and gynae, we have constructed a new separate OBS and gynae OT. This was a this was a true blessing for all the pregnant lady. So our director said, today is the happiest day of RIMS. Indeed, it was the happiest day for all of us. During the tough time of COVID-19 pandemic, our director didn't stop back in discharging his responsibilities to combat the surge in terms of providing COVID testing, oxygen cylinders, opening of COVID ward, COVID ICU ward, gynae COVID ward for positive pregnant women.
explain to me. God organized the matam long level farms. Saying that the other tum the low farm to me, tum the road in Canada, the ventilator in the long box and get them over, and no start over, and cutting them taking the city virus, not the human virus in Adam later. I don't know, machine around the high layer that you know nothing. I don't know, saying any woman keep plants over this. And the virus is, I'm going to have a company. Other put the virus there, you know, put the full long with the smart and this is carrying your names. Yeah, I'm the virus. See the true like virus in his in there. flu like this no part of the store I think now the right mortality 0.01 flu like saving mortality 2% of the 2.3 of the some of the one situation flu really morbidity is can virus is some the to not have okay chumnagi low virus flu virus neutral okay so you can the example Kerala example sometimes virus is 37 years away virus is down sound relation of similar next asymptomatic tuberculosis here the chicken pox here moisi longer than the name can way symptom infectious way contagious way tuberculosis the asymptomatic or the long I'm showing you now. America, I'm not going to symptom like that. I'm going to be able to come with it or kill it. That's the way to come with it. Come with it to take advantage. That's the asymptomatic after some time. Now, asymptomatic of the symptom. I think actually after 2 hours, come out. And asymptomatic here. I think the symptom is the virus exists to go. Masam kar place. Only here last week we had like the mass. Since we open up, yang pakai. Makin the virus is a flu ni. Ada di apa the COVID 2002 the SARS progress. Ada di Middle Eastern March and progress. Ada na si the compare to
Dr. Rajesh Kumar, who was then Chief Secretary Manipur, infected with COVID-19, admitted in RIMS Hospital and discharged with full recovery from RIMS Hospital. COVID factor doesn't stop RIMS from marching ahead. Latest world-class MRI arrived. At the peak of COVID-19 surge, a team of dedicated doctors and nurses delivered a baby from a COVID-positive mother. RIMS also performs mucormycosis surgery. RIMS also, a team of dedicated doctors donated oxygen cylinder when there was acute shortage of oxygen in the entire state and also in the country. 2 oxygen liquid plants have been installed in RIMS. Coming to the COVID-19 vaccination, our director of RIMS took the initiative to enhance the vaccination, being himself among the first 100 vaccinated people. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India has also congratulated our director for his initiation. And mass vaccination drive was done in RIMS, and all of the employees and students were also vaccinated. Now coming to Ayushman Bharat, RIMS has enacted in the list of Ayushman Bharat. Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur also given award to our director for his exemplary performance on rendering service of Ayushman Bharat. This is the certificate of appreciation. So now, what other people are thinking about RIMS? Manipur gi praja mayam na akhoi gi RIMS asibu karamba mityeng da yenglebage habadu mayam mityeng taminasi. One of the renowned personalities of Manipur, Mr. Armstrong Bame, IS officer, conveyed the message that today visited RIMS and was so happy to see the ward so clean and working round the clock to maintain it clean. Kudos to Dr. Santa and team in helping uplift the standard of government hospital. And also Nivedita Salam convey the message, look, nothing less than the hospital here in Singapore. Congratulations, Dr. Santa and RIMS management. It seems Nivedita Salam was in Singapore. By Dr. Amit Chestri, after a long span, I visited RIMS for a small piece of work. My God, Dr. Santa has created history by bringing heaven to earth. Great, great, really great. And also a comment from Ministry Kayakalp Inspection Team, Dr. Malini Kapoor from Safdarjung Hospital conveyed the message through Dr. Ranjana HOD Microbiology that the cleanliness of RIMS was exception. Warmth and hospitality by you all will never forget. Thanks for everything. Do convey our sincere to our director, sir. And some of the social media platform, we came to know some of the comment that one of the Facebook user commented that Sigumba Dr. Sigi Makuta Shizage Punshida free oina Nangumba Dr. Tengnarabadi Dr. Laini Haibasi Mahagumba Mishakna Haihanbani. And also Samarjit Sarma, RIMS director say Dr. Ama Oi Bagi Maguncheli, Yam free frank oi Atina Tamjaningaini. Dr. Khara di patient nawa hangbada khumlingum khumlingdagum sak yam kai. Anyway, director gumba Dr. Lamdam Sidayam na darkar oiri. And also from Haman John Singh, the doctor who served half-life at outside the Manipur state, and his reputation, knowledge are unpredictable. Very, very reverend director among the medical director in India. That is why he is calm and gentle. Very lucky Manipur and Manipuris for Professor Dr. A. Santa Singh. One of the postgraduate student also commented, elated, just keeping prayer for his well-being and conspiring to the universe of how lucky RIMS is to have him. My teacher back then admired him for the love and sincerity he has to his work. Also, the director being facilitated by Honorable Chief Minister on National Doctors' Day. These are some of the publication and article about RIMS in newspaper. A Bright Future Ahead of RIMS by L. Memo Singh. Glory of RIMS Finds Local Acceptance by TMB Report. From the State News Chronicle News Service, RIMS has undergone many changes over the years. From the IMPHAL Times, the changing face of RIMS, a ray of hope for the common people. RIMS Director A. Santa to be honored by Foxeye. Laurels for Dr. Santa. Also, the RIMS Nurses Association Command Director for providing constant support and encouragement to the nursing community of RIMS. Last but not the least, I would like to play a video clip where our director is also a good athlete. Our director, Professor Dr. A. Santa Singh, has considered as the best director of RIMS after 15 years. Thank you all for your active listening and patience. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rubina Sahani. Sir, we have nothing to say after seeing all these things. Let's give a big round of applause for our Sir Director, Professor A. Santa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And just to show thanks to our Sir for the upgradation of our hospital, there is something very, very funny like from our side, sir. Please come up. Please come up. Sir, we would like to have a boom. We would like to have a boom from our side, sir. Kapo. Oh. Okay. Thank you, sir, once again. Now I would like to request our today's chief guest, our director, Professor A. Santa Singh, to deliver some few words. Sir, please be on stage.
Thank you so much, Ravina. So well presented, and I come to know there are so many talented among our nursing staff. Whenever I ask for the Dhanvatari songs, I always call from our nursing staff, and today happened to be Ravina, who was exceptionally doing it as an artistic way. We tell a little bit, but then he so big and so magnanimous like that. But thank you. It was a little bit emotional also, and think today for today's functions, our chief nursing officer, Srimati S. Lata Devi, and then Dongen, who just left because of some official work, our assistant MS, Dr. Y. Arun Kumar Singh, our assistant MS, Dr. L. Trinity, and Srimati Ganga Devi, and Mr. Kibjen, and the principal of the Denton College, Professor Samsundur, ISOD Pediatrics, Dr. Ibol, who was there, Dr. Ranvi from Community Medicine, all those my very, very dear, all those our staff, nursing officer, staff, all those students, residents, all the invitees, and then all those supporting staff, and particularly friends from the media, from the print as well as from electronic media. It is really, really great honor to be here on the International Nurses Day, celebrated by our staff nurses. Of course, they start last 1 week. Today may be the concluding day, and that day is very, very important. And I also thought that this is after 2-3 waves of COVID, this is the first time I am interacting with masses, with our staff nurses. Of course, every time whenever I come to ward, I interacted with all the staff nurses, or they come to my office. Those are only very few or something. But then as such, I am not able to meet all those nurses on this like a mass occasion, and we thought that we will be expressing some of them, what our feeling and everything. So I am very, very fortunate, and today you have organized this one, International Nurses Day. I thought that this occasion is very, very important, and this will be motivating our staff also. So I was, when the association come to me, I was so eagerly happy, and to grant the fund for this also, and to go ahead also. Because everybody knows that nursing profession is a noble profession, and all of them, when we have done so many research, and we found that patient care, one of the most important is the nursing care. In fact, nursing is the one who always monitor 24 hours patients. Doctors comes only sometimes only like that, but the remaining all has to be monitored by the nurses. And more the nursing care, better the outcome of the disease and outcome of the patient improvement. So, and most of them, image of the hospital also created by the nurses. And today we saw so many lovely, so many beautiful dresses, all are coming like this, and this is encouraging it. And plus, when you do very, very sincere work in there, and it's a very, very challenging, particularly, say, Florence Nightingale was working during the war, but then Didi has just told, even I told the press, this year and the last year, we have faced the 3 times COVID. It was just like war only. It was just like war. We didn't know what is actually going to happen, predict. But then some of them prediction which I saw in television that was around 2.5 years back, it was almost true. That time we didn't know about this. And we could not see the virus also, invisible. So in the war, at least we know who is the enemy and what is the physically we can see. Here, invisible enemy and fighting with that and likely to get all infected. And once we get infected, we may infect to our lovely one in our family. It was very, very psychologically challenging also. And all those we have gone through it. And some of them, we are very, very fortunate. We are able to come out of that crisis. And what we predicted was most of them are right, because that interview was when it was just starting of the first wave, but that time we have treated all the patients, and Manipur was declared as a green zone again. At the time we are very happy, and I still remember 2020 April, they called by Impact News. But then I predicted that the virus is likely to stay with us, and we have to prepare it. And it's not like flu also that time. That time we didn't know anything. That week I was reading about this virus. I started infecting the intestine, and it can infect the mother womb also and can transfer to baby. And it can cause myocarditis. And we come to know about the oxygen transmission about this virus. And next I also come to know about the DIC. Actually in this interview I didn't tell the DIC about that cause. And we know that this is going to cause massive thrombosis. At the time we didn't know we have to use the heparin when I give the TB interview. But then something goes wrong. It is not like ordinary virus. That's what I start telling it. When the virus come to pathology, and there was some postmortem was done in Italy, and we come to know that there was a lot of coagulation system was wrong. That's what we started treating the heparin. So all the nurses must have a lot of experience how do we give the heparin on the injection. Idea of giving heparin was that to prevent the DIC not to get. It can have a lot of massive thrombosis in every organ, particularly it can happen in the lungs, it can happen in the kidney, it can happen in the heart, and that's a very, very important organs. And sometimes people will come for stroke also. Suddenly people, young boy, young doctor can have stroke and that have history of the COVID that time. So the heparin was another game changer actually when he comes. If you hearing my sequence of interview, then we keep on improving till the vaccination also. Another game changer was called, we have the cyclostorm that the immunology body reaction started actually when the virus comes. But then there was some of them body have hyper stimulated, and that we have to be controlling. And for that controlling, we started knowing that a lot of very costly medicine particularly. And suddenly we realized that Dexona also can control it. But then using of the steroid was very, very double-edged. And earlier that we use is also dangerous because that can spread the virus. And later when you use that when the oxygen saturation has gone down to 80, that also is dangerous. So in that window period we have, during that time if we use the steroid, is very, very helpful. So some of them, we come to know about this virus. And by the time all of you must have learned a lot. And another thing I keep on coming on that out of the control may go out of that, because sometimes they say my testing is taking a lot of time without doing that. There was a lot of quarantine people, then why you are taking? Then I have to tell them why testing is taking time, because we have to do in the RT-PCR, because that is the bone standard. For RT-PCR we have to take around 6 hours, right? And even the dosa or when we pakora, when we prepare only half an hour. When in the airport there will be more people, then there will be queue will be very long. So every individual has to be prepared for 6 hours, and there will be waiting of around, there are 5 trains are coming from the different part of the state, and around 5,000 to 10,000 are waiting. That's why it's taking a lot of time. And during that time we call pooling test. We combine the around 25 people and we do it. So in one single test, all the 25 will be clear. But during that time, in the beginning, it was negative. Most of them are negative, so we can say every testing we can go 25. But once positivity rate is come, then we have to repeat that who is the positive one. Then we have to do individually all the 25. Then it takes a lot of time. Someone, unfortunately, in the pooling, it happened to be in the positive pool, then all the 25 has to done, so he will wait. But then one neighbor in his pool, all the negative will come. So neighbor comes faster than us, but then our sample was submitted 2 days earlier. Then why like that? Then I explained to them, this is the condition like that. It's not. It happened to be the best. Then people cool down. Some people say, how come in the beginning it become negative and how come it's positive like that? In the beginning it was negative because virus was not entered the body, but then not manifested yet. So once virus is more, when the incubation periods when it come, then it will become positive. Suppose in the aircraft, when you get the virus was infected, but in the same day if you do, it will be negative. But then if you do after some time, it will be positive. And some people ask them, I was positive, now it become negative. That is also very, very controversial when you go to test somewhere. And that was, I explained that RT-PCR. Sometimes I told them, testing is also physically testing it, because we don't do by antibody testing. That will be uniform. Physically what we testing is that we take the sample from the throat, and that is the most reliable area. But that doesn't mean that the virus is not in the throat, but the virus may be in the intestine, the virus must be in the heart, so that we can't take it out of that. So that sometimes like we miss like that also we explain. But then RT-PCR also sometimes miss it. But these are all very, very crucial time to explain to the masses to control it. Otherwise so much allegation, why positive, why become negative like that. So those things are just reminding of this when I was going through some of them video. So I passed to the Ravina like that. And another one was a vaccination. There was a lot of hesitation on the vaccination, whether I'll take the Covaxin or Covishin like that. In Delhi, we wanted to have 100% target, but then All India Institute and the Ram Manohar Hospital, Lady Harding, they have the day of 16 January 2021, they have injection only 30% or 35. No, all the doctors, staff nurses are refusing to take. They get Covaxin. And we have Covishield here, and somehow we manage, we get 101% here. And we was far ahead of the other people, and our analysis, and the same day we say, even if we get Covaxin, we won't have worried, because these are all tested and we are reliable. So we have to come out of every time of that. And some of them was, one of them very, very tricky, is that why the senior doctor doesn't go inside, and then why not manage? A lot of newspaper headline, and we have to come out and we have to tell them, we have only 2 seniors doctor. Once we send inside and they become positive, what will do in the next day? It's because they have to see the other patient also. So sometimes junior doctor with the intelligence can manage it like that. We have told. So every time we come out of the massive and to control it. That was our role. And all this we are able to do because of all of you cooperation on the COVID. And particularly in oxygen was too tough, because all over India was problem. And oxygen is the one thing always we had controversy in during those time. We are 2,000 miles away from Delhi. Our parents are Delhi only, we have to ask them. But then, and next one, we have to approach the government of Manipur only, because we are not the one who make the oxygen actually. At the time was very, very difficult time. And the first one when we come to know was the 29th of April 2021, last year, that our oxygen supply from the Bisempur could not supply enough. But then later on we come to know that one of them plant, not related to us, was collapsed. Those customers come to our area to take the oxygen. That was the reason that we had the tough time in the beginning. That was somehow we manage, we come out, we get the oxygen from Assam, we can get from the Dimapur. But then on 21st of May, there was again acute crisis. There was a crash of the oxygen in the Bisempur, and there was a landslide in the Dimapur there. And we didn't have any choice. At the time we thought that there will be, central government will be L1. We say that because tender L1, to avoid, we starting donating it. So we saved a lot of lives. Actually, Arun will know everything. We didn't sleep for, even the 30 seconds during those 21st May. And because a massive crowd was coming and there was no oxygen actually. But then we thought that once we buy ourselves there, of course we are very, very fortunate. We are the first one to get the oxygen concentrator from More. And then we started solving it. And some people start donating the oxygen complaint. That's why we came out of that. When there was an interview any live, we knew that third wave would come. But then we are very, very sure that third wave will be easy one. Fortunately, it was true that what we predicted. Though I didn't suffer in the first wave and second wave, I suffered in the third wave. It went quite okay, no problem. It was on the Republic Day. So all of you must also suffer from the COVID and must have a lot of experience, and you must have saved a lot of your loved one. I just want to congratulate all of you, and probably maybe this may be the last meeting with all of you also, because I don't know, because when I leave this place, so that's why I thought that whatever we have the slides, but then Ravina makes so wonderful than what we make, and because for doctors we keep on presenting this thing, and most of the doctors or others know, but then I am not sure of that all of you know how much we have done. You may be knowing your department, but you may not be knowing on how much we have made in our hostel, quarter, and we make in the different part of that, and we call it called game changer actually. And the game changer or turning point, I just can take it out briefly. Why we are successful in that is that because the aircraft or this vehicle of the RIMS is quite different from NIGRIM or any other medical college. So I have to adjust it. Though I make already 6 medical college, but then RIMS was the most difficult one, and you have to diagnose it. What disease we are suffering it. First we have to diagnose what's our problem. That's why we come to know that why we are having problem. One of the most problem is the shortage of senior resident, and we lost around 120 senior resident in 2009. And that because of registered post was converted into tenure. So every year we keep on reaching. At that time, 2009, we didn't notice because that time post was all filled up. Only people starting retiring, we don't have replacement. Suppose let's say, Madam, most of the microbiology, Madam, is retired, but then the vacancy come as a senior resident or not senior resident, because these are all called time scale promotion. And this happen in every department, in the surgery or even the orthopedics, Tamo Nongthon. So whenever retire, but then we don't get replacement. This was mistake in the 2009. We lost the around 120 regular posts. That was the thing. So how to recover that was, I found from the 2018, without knowing the COVID, is called, after doing the PG, they can work as a senior resident for 1 year. And we have around 148 PG every year. We don't want all 148. We wanted only clinical who are really required. So we suggested those in the clinical department should work 1 year compulsory senior resident. This was a win-win situation because to create the one senior resident post, it takes years, and they have to go there. So unless there is no post, they cannot join. Unless they work as a senior resident, they cannot become assistant professor nowadays. New rule is it. Around 5-6 years back, without senior resident, you can become assistant professor. Now MCI as well as NMC say, unless you work 1 year, but there is no post where to work. So that's what we have created for their post. But at the same time, we need for anesthesia, we need for surgery, we need for medicine, we need for respiratory medicine, we need for radiology, because radiology is very, very small department, and they have only one senior resident. How would it run? Because number of the population is increased to 30 lakhs, and the population in the around 30 years back was hardly 5 lakhs. At the time 1972 was created, that was only 300 bedded, hardly have any patient. And during that time, radiology was not important because all the doctors are treating with them, no CT scan, MRI. So to create that post, we fought in the 2018. Our logic is that in the Executive Council, what we told in the 15 May 2019, what we say is that, Madam, this will be the win-win situation. Why? Because government subsidized rate. See, one of them radiologists which is trained in here is completely free, and we give the salary to them. But then to get radiology MD in Sikkim Manipal or in a Manipal group, they pay around 3 crores to get that seat. And then from our, they have study free, they get salary, and they go back. Like they are maybe Kerala, Karnataka, or someone like that. So they better to serve for at least 1 year with us, because we know that there are so many waiting lists for MRI, CT scan, ultrasound. So let them work, because we have given the free education to them, so let them work. That's the number one we say. Otherwise, they go from us, like radiology, they get private medical college or private hospital, Apollo. Sometimes they get around 3-4 lakhs per month. So idea is that we told them. For the student side, we told them, it's a win-win situation. You will come back at the assistant professor. This is one of them, our game changer, and ultimately, after fighting 3 years, ministers agree. Now we are implementing from this month. So all those PG who pass will work as a senior assistant. So we'll get around 60 senior assistant from this year. And this is constantly we are fighting for that. Next, some of them are game changer. Among this slide was the separate OT was so much required for the emergency cesarean section. And that earlier was combined with general medicine. It was really painful waiting for both the cesarean section patient as well as the emergency of the general surgery. We are able to separate, and that was a game changer for the RIMS actually. For gynae can have cesarean section freely, and they don't need to interfere with the emergency of their. And then another was the dialysis is another game changer, because all the dialysis was going outside. And once we brought it, that block, we were supposed to be canteen, we converted it the dialysis ward, and now we have the 19 dialysis machine and one CRRT machine. That is also one of them game changer. Trauma ICU is another game changer, because COVID we saved so many lives because we are able to make this trauma ICU in advance. That's the one thing. Another recent one will be game changer will be pediatric separate counter entry in the gate number 3 on the southern side. That will be game changer. Why? Because in the in the casualty you have a lot of road traffic accident, RTI. Then you have Emma, you have straw, you have all orthopedics. But that during the time you have neonate or pediatric in a small room. Samsundar must be knowing it. It was very pathetic when I came. And for them it will be just like helpless. So once we have operated separate entry and separate for emergency, and now we don't charge also, is that there's no ticket. This will be long term, in the RIMS will go very far ahead. And another game changer will be like CT scan prices come down to the 200. It was charging earlier 1,500. That was in 2017. It would have increased to around 3,000 now. But then we brought down to the 200 rupees. That was the thing. Another one game changing will be now, is the turning point is the CT scan and digital X-ray in the casualty. See, every time whenever patient come to the casualty, you ask, first thing you ask them, do the CT scan, you do the X-ray, and they have to take the trolley down to there. Now CT is available in the casualties, so you don't need to ask this, take this is radiology department or somewhere. This will be a huge benefit to the patient, and particularly when we have digital X-ray. And actually, some of them are really very important, because now we have oxygen pipeline for every bed in the hospital, except the psychiatric and the radiotherapy. This, including the private ward, we have. This will be really game changer. Anytime you don't need to pull the oxygen cylinder like that from where to you. Then a lot of attendants are pulling, or patient party is pulling the cylinder. That will be drastically decreased. And this is supported by the PSA 3 PSA plan and the LMO 2. That will be there. Another one is the cleanliness of the hospital. That's why we are really happy, because all this possible because of all of you, particularly our staff nurses. And actually that day when Armstrong called me, and I also went after that, and the sister told me which toilet he was talking. Someone has asked them, this is they thought that it was for decoration, was keeping it. Is the used toilet or not? So it was so clean. I was so happy that day, and how you have maintained it. And the cleanliness, and because of cleanliness, Premier Ward, our name has come up. And this is also one game changer actually. And everybody appreciated how we have maintained the cleanliness is there. And of course, we always try to increase the salary for the contract employee. And one of the most successful was the 2017, in December 18, we went for SFC. First time we increased massive actually. Those crate and then Safai Commissary and security, they are getting less than 4,000. It jumped to the 16,000s. All the contract employees, some of them jumped very nicely. And I still remember IMPHAL was paid only 5,000. We increased to 25,000. But then because money and salary is the depend on the time. So value of 2017 is not the same value of 2022. So we'll try to keep on increasing it, and we try to impress on the ministry like that. And some of them are very, very lucky, and some of them we could not finish yet, like our pipeline, like modular OT is coming on the pipeline, and some of them like so many hostel and our OPD block. Once you complete, that will be like really will be very, very happy. Some of them think we could not do, also very, very sad, but creation of the post is very, very stagnant. And particularly we could not, means we try a lot of the 21 nurses of our nursing on the contract, how to regularize it. These are all pending with us. So we feel very, very sad that some of them we could not do. And some of them we can do very, very out of the box. And oh, I've forgotten, we are the first one to get the critical care block from the Prime Minister's of him. And out of the so many medical colleges, only 12 medical colleges was selected, like AMS Delhi and PGI Chandigarh, Jimmer Pondicherry, and Nigrim, and Bhopal, and BSU, and RIMS. Among them, we are the first one to be approved, this DPR. So we'll be having the huge building in the near the Denton College and old Denton College in the parking area with the casualty block. So there will be new casualty block, and whatever we are having now, casualty will be trauma center. And our traffic jam, you must be worried about the traffic jam when you are coming to the Baspati Laikai or our Nitainde road. Is very, very congested. Even the patient must be really worried that when they are carrying. One of them is that we thought that another entry should come from the Uripo Boys, Ramakrishna Mission side, and that will be massive road may plan it so that they can reach it. And for those people who are residents in quarter, they don't need to worry because they will have 5-story quarter in the very, very far to the another down the line, and we'll push it. Those old quarter will demolish it and will make the new quarter, and there will be separate wall and separate security for only those resident peoples. So we think, of course, I completely forgotten about the OPD roofing. That was a really game changer also, because when first we went for the trials actually, of course I had this idea in the 2017-18. I keep on coming how to put it, because one of them thing is that we want to save that Asoka tree, and somehow we managed to save the tree also, and we cover it, and we make sure that there should not be any seepage. Then why not we make them that to see the raining also. So we don't cover completely 100%. We gave the gate for the rain also should go, and we can wash it. But then surprisingly, when this was for rain, and now it's so useful for when it become very hot, and particularly when you come to the middle of that roof, it become look like a natural air condition, and that was really wonderful. We didn't know that it will be so cold there, but then I'm very, very happy. Whenever I come there, I always stand for 5 minutes and see it. And particularly for gynae road covering was also another intention, was that on the rainy day, a lot of pregnant women was on the rain and it was standing for queue, and we thought that why not we cover this also. So gynae will be massive changes, and new labor room, maternity ward. This is another massive change will come. So gynae building maternity will be 3-story, G+3, that is 4-story building, and there will be 1 classroom also. So RIMS will have a lot of things will come in the next 5 years. So I just want to all of you say thank you from my heart, and we work nicely, And this much of energy I won't have in any other state. Even if I go back to Shillong, I don't think so. I will be just in the another room only, because I can't make duplicate like this again in another places. I just want to take nice rest there only. So thank you so much, all of you. And thank you, Lata, and thank you, Dr. Arul, all the time supporting. And Trinity was very, very smart. Actually, some of the nurses say most cute, handsome one. He was right. Anytime he come. And some of them people are so good. Anytime, anytime. When we are talking, you know, night, 12 o'clock, 1:30, like that only. Because in Manipur, to manage not only patient, but to manage patient party is more and more difficult. So, in the one of them, people say, we say, how is the patient in our place, in other places? In Manipur, they say, how is the patient party? So more of on the patient party to manage. And the same thing, this education is required. Someone has to come and tell to the media how do we manage it also. So that's why COVID would have been a lot of crisis. In spite of having my vaccination, I came in to tell them what is important. I realized that better to tell to the public. And today Rabina has done very good job. Thank you all of you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful speech. Sir, you have impeccable manners, strong, kindness, brave, beautiful inside and outside, and also you have the courage of your convictions. We nurses work so hard, sir, so please feel it and regard the nurses. And not only Sir Trinity, I also would like to say our Sir Arun, young, energetic and dynamic hero of our RIMS. So we really feel very proud for both of you. You two are very young, very energetic and very dynamic. You two carry work very fluently. And we had lots of cooperation and we learned so many things from you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call upon our respected Madam Srimati S.H. Lata Devi to deliver some few words. Madam, please.
Respected Sir Director A. Shanta Singh, Chief Guest of today's function, Guest of Honor, Sir Daungel, Huzikima like Triachin Bamagi, Satokre, Aduga, Assistant Medical Superintendent Ani, Dr. Y. Arun Kumar, and Dr. L. Trinity Maitai, both are handsome. And Rashi Laiba, whether Rashi Laiba is included in the handsome or not, I don't know. But Rashi Laiba, I also included this word Rashi Laiba. And Srimati Ais Ganga Devi, Nursing Superintendent in SAS RIMS, Mr. K. Kibwell, Consultant Establishment RIMS, Principal, Denton College, all heads of departments, Sir Pediatric Head of Department, Sir Sam Sundar, and whether any other head of department is here or not. I have seen some of the head of departments here. I think Sir Yvonne left. Ranabir, nursing groups, and other invitees. Tasing makidi ngasi se akoi gidi, koi nursing group gidi yamna nuai bin numit hai batare. Koi COVID na maram oiraga sahi ani mukse koi na nurses de gi thoram se yamna phajana pak changna toba ngam gidrabani. Hojik so ongoing COVID hai ba adum jai adubo hojik ti phibam se khara laksal laglabani na koi na nurses de gi thoram se ngasi niyam tinduna mafum se da pangthok sabani. International Nurses Council na Nurses Day se every 12 May da pangthoi all over the world. Hanjan hai big su yam na toy na tar ga su kan no to pani kari da makta Nurses Day se 12 May da pangthoi no hai ba matam se da ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ modern nursingꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯖꯤꯡꯕꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕꯤ Florence Nightingaleꯒꯤ birth anniversary amasung ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ nurse ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ health care system ꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ nursingꯒꯤ importance ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯆꯌꯣꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯨꯞꯅꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯅꯩ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯂꯤꯌꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ US ꯀꯅꯥꯗꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯅꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯥꯛꯇꯔ ꯅꯔꯁ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯍꯔꯥꯎ ꯇꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯕꯤꯅꯗꯅ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯌꯨꯛ ꯉꯟꯇꯥ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯕꯥꯏꯜꯁꯤꯗ ꯎꯕꯗ ꯄꯦꯗꯤꯌꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛ ꯋꯥꯔꯗꯇꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯁꯨꯟꯁꯥꯝ ꯁꯨꯟꯗꯔꯅ ꯂꯨꯆꯤꯡꯕꯤꯕ ꯄꯦꯗꯤꯌꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯎꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯋꯥ ꯉꯥꯡꯕꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯃꯤꯀꯥꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ Florence Nightingaleꯒꯤ history ꯄꯥꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ Florence Nightingale ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ Florence Nightingale ꯁꯤ 1850sꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ Crimean Warꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ nursing serviceꯇ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ important figure ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯈꯤꯕꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤ ꯆꯨꯞꯄꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯕꯥꯗ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤ ꯀꯟꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯇꯥꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯪꯅꯔꯛꯄ ꯋꯥꯍꯪ ꯑꯃꯅ Florence Nightingaleꯕꯨ ꯁꯛ ꯇꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕ nursing serviceꯇꯨꯕꯨ is it exist today or not ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯄꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯩꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯔꯤꯝꯁꯀꯤ nursing ama this and that ko Florence Nightingale gumba yauribra kolibra kaina sometimes question arise torokpa yaugi ado Florence Nightingale akoi de amata sunate dama amlai handaki COVID-19 do COVID-19 do Crimean War gumane just like Crimean War de gi su heli aina ina khali akoi COVID-19 gi matam sida yam wagi akoi nursing se कोई नर्स नते डॉक्टर सुवाई हेल्थ केयर वर्कर अतै सुवाई को अदुगा मरुआइना अखोगी नर्सिंग दी राउंड द क्लॉक अदुम ngasai sar कोइना सर डायरेक्टर नसु पनबिगे 24 आवर अदुम अना बले मफम द लैब से नर्स ने अना अदुना कोविड की मतम दुदा सारबा कालेन गी नुसा दुदा अखोगी उमंग ओरोरो मनुंग द पॉप ता होय पीपीई सेलेगा ग्लोब उपेगा पीपीई सेलेगा मिन्नु लोय न खुमजलगा यामग्रबा अना ब मयाम दुगी हिदा कामनवा ड्रिप कामनवा ऑक्सीजन पीनवा होनवा दुबु अराइबा थबक नते यामना मक थागनिंगाय नि अखोगी नर्सिंग ngasi numit ki miyam tin basigi khudong cha bchi lauraga covid ki matamda akogi nurse miyam no waki badugi thagat pagi wahai se aina ngasi di pena phongdoke miyam da I am proud of you, thank you all for your hard work yam nungai akoi na ngasagi akoi ahan ba thoram ji hogdorak pagi matang da isai ani khak sakre ahan bagi isai dudi akoi na so dum kamali taragal laire ko ani subuda sakiba isai do yamna mengna ingna tapna nungai ba ma phawi wahai dusu akoigi Florence Nightingale bu ningjing ba aduga magi tung injage haidana khai ko sakki ko ngasai magi tung in ba isna ta isubu karino magi service bu natro magi service to akoi pangthok pangam na ba honagi haibane ba aduna akoi nursing na magi service to akoi sinda haiba khatang na tabada asing boina akoi pangthok na ba honase maramdi akoigi service to patient service to God kaina ga dum hainai dana ko akoina kari haini anabagi pen anaba tawhar kan sida anabana mathai harong na pen na sakhiba do akoigi thamoi da nungai ba ma phawbane ba aduna Florence Nightingale kaya laibi akoigi rims na chokot pa afaba purakpa oi bisnu haibase agi wakhanda khali covid ki matam da wagi ma mayam da hogi de covid se khitang phare ko matam do da se ki maru ina second week ki matam da yamna ka he na wagi koigi kaino singse maram di koigi matam da second week ta oxygen gi kaino si da ngak pa phang na oxygen gi si di wagre adubu matang si da oxygen ga mari leina warna palakpa matam si da with the hard work of our sir director and the phambiri ba akoigi handsome Dr. Arun Dr. Trinity hoy asangak pa phang na wagi makoi administration da laiba mi mayam ko koigi management and administration da laiba mi mayam su angap pa phang na wana ki sir director na tapigre even a single kind of ne na ta ne laiba ngam thena aduga ai su ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯐꯣꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯎꯅꯕꯗ ꯑꯍꯤꯡ ꯅꯨꯡꯊꯤꯜ ꯅꯨꯡꯗꯥꯡꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯂꯩꯈꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯅꯅꯕ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟꯗ ꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯗꯨꯗꯕꯨ ꯐꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯤ ꯐꯪꯍꯧꯅꯕ ꯂꯝꯖꯦꯟ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯔꯛꯄꯗ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯤ ꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯔꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯋꯥꯔꯀꯔ ꯑꯦꯇꯦꯟꯗꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯋꯥꯈꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯥꯛꯇꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯐ ꯈꯔꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯏ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟ ꯁꯤꯂꯤꯟꯗꯔ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯗꯣꯅꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯈꯤ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯖꯕ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯂꯣꯟ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯅꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯄꯟꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯋꯥꯍꯩ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯔꯤꯝꯁ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯁꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯔꯤꯝꯁ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯁꯤꯅ ꯂꯤꯗꯤꯡ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯗ ꯏꯁꯇꯥꯐ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯖꯤꯟꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯕ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯤꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯑꯍꯦꯟꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯪꯉꯣꯅ ꯊꯥꯖꯤꯟꯕꯁꯨ ꯉꯝꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯝ ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯒꯤ ꯅꯟ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯋꯦꯕꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯉꯛꯄ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯈꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯤꯅꯔꯝꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗꯀꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤ ꯆꯪꯒꯅꯤ ꯀꯣꯔꯦꯟꯇꯥꯏꯟ ꯆꯠꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯆꯪꯉꯤꯕ ꯏꯁꯇꯥꯐꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯅꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯑꯅꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯏ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯇꯥꯐ ꯅꯔꯁꯁꯤꯡ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯕꯨ ꯁꯦꯕꯥ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯍꯜꯂꯕ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯁꯦꯕꯥ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤꯅ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯆꯪꯈ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗꯨꯗ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯉꯩ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯅꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯛꯄꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯃꯛ ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯖꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯪꯗꯅ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯂꯤꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤꯕꯗꯨꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯀꯥꯞꯄ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯞ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯗꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯇꯧꯕꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯑꯅꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯖꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯇꯥꯐ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯤꯔꯣꯟꯕꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯅ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯅꯥꯔꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯁꯇꯥꯐ ꯅꯔꯁꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯗꯥꯛꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯍꯜꯂꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯗꯅ ꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯊꯤꯌꯦꯇꯔꯗꯀꯣ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯠꯇꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯃꯟꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯎꯕꯤꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯐꯝꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯃꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯐꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗ ꯊꯤꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯂꯥꯏꯅꯥꯁꯤꯒ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯛꯑꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯤꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯒꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯤꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯅꯔꯁꯦꯁ a voice to lead invest in nursing and the respect rights to secure global health sigi matangsida thimsigi matangda akogi educated nasu haidre educated na haiba wahaidu ko tawraga akogi Dr. Trinity nasu pangdigera ko aduga matangsida agi saitoi kitang paningbasina nurses hairaga a voice to lead haise mamagi thim kayada akoi sum chengagi baga ko nurses hairaga a voice to lead a voice a forceful saying this and that mayamu panlaga wahi karatari haba aduga nurses hairaga a voice to lead or a forceful saying ka harise karino haru matanda kogi healthcare system da laiba health workers sing haitare ko sigi saruk ahum thokogi saruk mari thokogi haitare saruk mari thokogi ahum di kogi nursing leba aduna masing yamba nursing pholausina akogi pitibi da laiba miyang sigi health system afaba purapada lead tawsi habi a voice to lead ko aduga akogi masigi thimse sahi kudingi oiba environment kiram du yenga international council of nurses na lepa thimni mase koi kanuni nate wari oina lepa pa nursing council na lepa thim ko masigi se aduga akogi matang sida kogi invest in nursing ay karino pandigra data tinitso su nursing sa invest ang gagawin kari da to nursing education da kari to produce yamna qualified ba nursing workforce ang ito ba to adugai nursing job ta amukko kuthoi ba ko nursing mayam bo jo piro nursing mayam che nursing am data ba ni nursing job ta thoi ko invest ta rosi ne ba so and their service so services invest ta ga shi ba ta no nursing care pajaba nursing care ti ba kam chi da investment ne sa so nase covid ti matamda ko gi kaino da ko gi rim sabu di ako sa director hoy ms na adu lai ba mayam kaino singina paisen chen da no na dana adu yo ba sati ba ako gi kaino di ko sai ko da di sati ba sai ten di ako na sing thong ki de adu bu ato pa jaga khara di ppe ki phajana thong da na adegi di marks phajana thong da na those nurses suffer a lot ko suffer to gi ma ko yam ya wa ko aduna nursing service ta su invest ta ho hari ni ko adegi di amana mo invest to the nursing health so and the their well-being have nursing health da akogi invest ta hai se kogi nursing docent ko la angul teacher lai da teacher ga masa pa na mo bai da wa kun na ti na kangara wa kun ni ko meram di kogi health care se da yati ba nursing se gi na sa pa ba se am da ka do wa na tam na tar go na health checkup ko pa adegi di tiham ko vaccination ki ba example hepatitis ki vaccine ghangge covid vaccine ba buje ko am phange kuban mo haro na tam da akoi na covid kan na horo ko na tam da akoi gi basic nursing internists ba still we are using them makoi je wa ka thazan no tam vaccine ja koi sa direct na vaccine ji ka ko on ba second dose ka ko on ba na yam na kaino tang no na di ko masi ko na che maram na yun maram di kaino nurse protect to na ba di maram di infectious kaino amada laina amada expose to ko matamda aduna matam yun siya so tapos ba vaccination muna sa matam chan to ko pa akogi aduga loina na akogi kari haini mo ko se nursing na work to sa ay matam stress and stress ko sa pambigre akogi manaw bangaw ki mo ya so extreme stress and stress da nursing na tabak to example lang na haro matam da paper work ki ay nang hug ko log na yun da ko da su ya tato mo matam da printing mistake lang na thar ta la sando ko siya whereas ako din mas tidak antong lang na tapo matanda ang nga ba dito ay natapo tidak so dire na kung ano kapsong din dapat singko ko niya ko dito matra na ado dito mo ako di we should be very careful ang sing da ba ado ba ko di nigil la to mari le na so ko thadong na ama ba se len thon ni na patient party kan so many ako yes to ado gi extreme stress and strain da ako di nursing se thabak to ko na because sometimes counseling for really the sensitive ko kanmo matanda adum data way na kali ako na covid matanda ako ni staff nursing khazan din ga ko sa psychiatric department sa lenin se ko na request din na counseling ki din na na magi counseling ko na kana gi na kali kinai mo yan so lo na ba sumama ma ko na sa din ko ado sa gi counseling din na mayam da man hai ma tandu da akwai di amaram da atai to pasindi pasien akwai di kano sangi basin che kira sangi basin che amaram da asagun da lenga na kanchi da akwai expose no da ne na hai da na akwai precautionary measure la ga hai di PPE upan sel la ga lo da akwai sangi ne ba whereas atopa ni da ya di khang da ni na expose da da ko first time se ana bale ni na akwai expose to da precaution la ga ko aduga atopa sindi no du khang da ni na akwai di kani haini protection amta yaguna sa basu yawu ne ba asuma to dana akoy na sa sina pa na counseling tv ba do yam na kanari aduga akoy gi katamje yam tenga bani na kanu su to res ko thanjan na ba to jage aduga respect rights to secure global health ba akoy gi masi ga mari rai na nursing ni akoy gi global health secure to ba akoy gi rights respect to ni ba example one hai jage ko duty to mo tam se da ko wa de go ana bu se ba ko to mo da main dhan du mo tam da la ta ji no ten club na na ta ga ni me ya se na mo ta ko ya na du to go ko ji dum se le sa bo lo ji ma se ko ki ba ne ko sa ko ya ro ne te no to de hai de na po to ke mo da ko ta mai to si je ko se de to si je na just khala ga yin si an ko COVID hai ba na ba na ba to ko di na bu sa ko ya ro ne tin ni ba ni se bu no ko di na ga di hospital la ko ne ba hospital la ko sa ni sa ko ya ro ai ko ni ko no sto ado ne ni ro mo ti ya ti ko si Ado masi thang thang na miyo gama lona ka kung na nurse ni hara ga di anab ga samnaru ram ni to na ko gi tano to gi tungan ga miyo na da you not only nurses but the doctors also ko ato to the lam da di doctor ga se tano to ga to video to ko ga yam gi ko ado na subu ma thinking ado ga tari mo matanda ako gi yes ako gi health system ga padana to ko matan sida nasim personal sa respect ko gi da ka lan karena bunda pergi masak cengba officer na taga asoba mana makatong basing bahaya ko matandadi ko pergi aji tapi ni dun hada ini na kosian cengba no bana saba whereas nurse tu na maji tari bunda ana bagi pasien biar ga mari le na ko da mahai bani kangge tari ni kangge semua to bana tari mo matanda kal gontang hai ba sar songo matanda pergi neglect to bira pa body language ko da ulah ko sumana anda nasme andi hatun wo yawi ado bu akogi din sotta tanda di la bakko banuna akogi authority na ado mo tangi treatment ama ha ko di de ai mo lizai basan si diwali wo na taba no sin de no ha ja ba di sen de wai si ni hari ado to ni ado masin ji to ado na tarino ha si da respect their rights to secure global health crisis na sai ta tini so pan ha ado kogi masin na kogi matang si da kogi authority se yang thada chani akoi sa director se yamna kogi kanya yam forward oiba asukimati kanu oiba energetic oiba do makandi sami sabu thada kogi wahai se mayam lu gut lai dire video se don ka ko khare ado marui na kogi kanu ganda na ha do su yaw khare saba to gira ko development mayam su da ko na thada chani na yam ni ai go development thada panjara ga di marui na mama department mayam sigi tungan da panana ba na kuju kulai tungan ba mayam malai dana so many development ko doctor sing na ba na yung da nuai na ba ko gi patient sing su kana ba mayam mo to gi adu ga wasagi ako OPD mamang gi pinche adu ga ni OPD mamang gi pinche ani se ga ko na penja ba sigi kari hai na hai ra ni sa ko na mo ngara chi da wasi mo ko su ga ni to no la ga gi da tum thara ko ma tangin da ana ba sing du na kari hai ni mo kari ndu so tana ko gi choki da pamaga mo gi tan ma ri le do as masi na to mo ma di oira ma te ko na khalo ga so ko ti no ya ko se adu ga ni ga so do ya le sa gi sa no so tan gi de ko gi ni ro ni mo pi sing ko ma na ti ne ana ma ti ma ra ga ku ko na ga de ga le do ho gi mo gi tham na ba ka ki ko su tha bi de adu ga ma ka su lo na ko ko na go gi mo sa gi sa ba gi or mo ku gi hai ba awa ga do mo de ko na 100 adu ga aina hatun ga ba mana atini an bi le ko tre hatun ga ba mana ko gi or mo tun ga gi ko gi oxygen plan ko ni sa na ni ti da na ko gi war ku di ma ka ko gi pa la ni da patient oxygen kan na do na ni se ma se ya mo ni ga je mo ran di ka ri mo ha da oxygen gas in da se pura ka sa sa ko ba ka dan ne am si da ako gi no mo se ba ko da ka ako ko hunda bi se nda ne amma ada gi le ko ko tanda ako gi yang ngawang ngawang na do masi puno mo se pa ti tin ko ga di phai ni khalo ga yam ni ai jai thank you sir patam sang no pandiga ko gi sa no di hadi ga mo sing ga do wale na adu gi ko gi wa kan ga di sa ne ga ya ban tam phabo le di go sa gi to ni ngam di ga no ko gi na tang si da ko na sa na ka di mo tanda no ai ta ba incidents tin na di ban de ai ni puno ko ke gan ngam de hai dina adu gi na tang si ga ina mamang ay da ay na pagi na dyan na makakta buhay pa rin na makaay na nung ako Prime Minister Orlando BJP di Atal Bihari Vajpayee na sinamatan sida ay na dyan na makakta kung na dyan ganit Atal Bihari Vajpayee si sinamatan da kung West Bengal di Chief Minister o diba kung nagmukasi sina mahaya makakay siguro ko ina ba wali ni Zane hindi pa ako wahay do kasi ay na sa nangyari ko wahay na hindi ka na matong sidain na wahay di pa rin naman sa kanya na makaji na tarihan na haji halu na tamaman si luma tanda ko at ang biyari Vajpayee maranda tayo no kayo mayaman mo kaya tumatanda da at ang biyari parang makaji na haji all the criticism we have done to him but I know him very well sumayin haji mo sa na si hospital mo to bili ba mayam se ko ko no mo ka se tu do si history ko na kani sa ko na bi ko din so o ta ko kana ba यानी मकई अपने प्रोग्राम हो कोई नसागी तो भी मन से कोई ले मकई मुझे जगह में मणिपुर मसा हो ना मणिपुर दा साना डाइट दा वरगा असीमो मकई के असीमन में आपको पासुदा रियल प्रॉब्लम तो मैं सो मैंने वक्त सीधी करो में हम तो सुन लिया है अदोगा कभी लोसिलपसिदा आइना हाइनिंग बा मकना my dear nurses sana hagi wabina ai suma tamse loisala mani ai ngasi gi asina noi maya noi na punna stage dal le pa noi maya dona ne wari sana noi da speech da se ngasi gi sina ba so wali ya aduna ai na hairang bada ba gu na ko maya ko khasana su dem sina asira da ni ko na bana kai no to na ri bani kai no to ba jin me khal ka bani ko aduna kai no ko na फंगीबा सैलरी फजन फंगीबा सैलरी से अखोई फजन अखोई मसीगी मतिक चाबा अखोई न थबक सुदना फजाम यांगी फगना होनसी अदो पेशेंट की फगना होनसी अदुना thank you my dear nurses my nurses thank you very much for your dedication and hard work lastly I would like to thanks to the members of the association for organizing this function very successfully. All the members of association, where are they? Yeah. Thank you, thanks a lot.
Habachari Madam ki natural oibamong laizari pathuna situation khudimok da face to bangam bagi pangad adu punamak yenga Madam ki habachari.
Time for closing song. So I request
RNL member to present a closing song. Thank you for the beautiful song. Now may I request L. Nirupama, staff nurse, to present vote of thanks, and it should be proceeded by light refreshment and entertainment program.
A very warm and graceful afternoon to one and all present over here today. The Honorable Chief Guest, guests of honor, President of today's function, respected doctors and all the head of department rooms, senior faculties, and all the nursing faculties, including young nurses of RIMS Hospital. It's my immense pleasure and privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of all those who worked extremely hard to make this event possible. I, Elvin Kumar, on behalf of all the nursing faculties of RIMS, firstly would like to take my sincere thanks to the Almighty for making today's function a grand success. May God shower His choices blessing upon all of us. Secondly, I would like to extend my hearty thanks to our respected chief guest, Professor A. Santos, Director RIMS, who have joined us today and spared valuable time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir, once again for your valuable speech you have given today. Your thought will surely encourage us and enlighten our mind in all future endeavor. Next, I also would like to thank all the guests of honors. Sir K. Donner, Deputy Director Administration RIMS, Dr. Y. L. Kumar Singh, Assistant Medical Superintendent RIMS, Dr. L. Priti Mete, Assistant Medical Superintendent, Srimati H. Gangadevi, Nursing Superintendent in Charge RIMS, and Mr. K. Kidjan, Consultant Establishment RIMS, for their active participation and your deep and intellectual speech has imparted valuable knowledge to us and added glory of today's function. Next, I also want to extend thank you to all the speakers and performers of today's function who have entertained us with their very important body opinion. We have been fortunate enough to have such a nursing team who were very proactive and dedicated to their work. Next, I would like to extend my thanks to the President of our today's function, Madam Lata, our Chief Nursing Officer. Ma'am, you are the backbone of the nursing fraternity. Your solid support system and encouragement make this day a special and grand one. Ma'am, we don't have any words to offer gratitude for all your support and help. Ma'am, you are the one who guides us and hope will always lead us to the right path for a better nursing community. In between this function, surprisingly, our Professor Sachin Dev, cardiologist, has donated an amount of rupees 2,000 for the Nurses' Day celebration. Thank you so much, sir, for your understanding and supporting the nursing community. It means a lot to us. And lastly, I would like to thank each and every one of you gathered over here and those staff whoever giving their help and support to make our Nursing Day celebration complete and grand success. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Nirupama. Meanwhile, we had a very special appreciation from Eastern Motors in Mayo. They want to felicitate the nursing program by presenting a red roses to the dignitaries on the stage as well as to some of the senior nurses here. So I request the member of Eastern Motor to be on stage, please. Jerry, Eastern Motor के साइड पे
See the break on target or come out of it. The power money I can check it another month. There, do it of Noya.
Agar Jerry Mayangu, program C, the program Now we will have entertainment program shortly. Please be seated.
Thank you. One more, please.
Hello.
See, Marie, you know, don't want to. Jauh nih. Saya kena saya nggak mikrofon, saya kena.
Mayam entertainment program hona batau zarasi. Ngasigi nurses day sibu mapun pahan na pagitamal. Lamdam sigi kalakar Rani Sharma amadi Arvin mafam asida lengat tuna leire. Makoy ani gida maahaw makuwa matang kubiyo.
Letre. Adu ke wahai boni sama